My name is Caleb. Thanks so much for joining me for this video. We're gonna talk. First of all, I'm gonna apologize. I'm sorry I wasn't busy here, but I'm not sorry that I promised you all a bunch of videos and got busy making money. Right? Can't apologize for that. So I'm here though. We're gonna talk about the 35 to 150 millimeter lens. In particular, I went with the Rokinon version. I'm gonna talk about why. Um, and then I'm going to address one major issue. The major issue with this lens is lens creep, and I have a solution for you. It's better than whatever other solution you may have seen because I tried it and it didn't work. Or it kind of worked, but it didn't work to the extent that I think I needed to work, and probably you would need it to work. Um, and because of it, you might go with the Tamron version. So I just want to address it. Then you could make a properly informed decision. So the Tamron is seen as the more premium version to this lens. Um, I don't know why, but actually, this lens creep issue could be one of the reasons why, right? But my only experience with Tamron has been bad. So, like, where I can study the files and whatever, it's been bad. I purchased like a 21 millimeter lens, I think it was. The thing had a bunch of distortion. It was blurry. I mean, I own the Viltrox 60 millimeter f1.8. That lens is also close to optical perfection for a 60 millimeter lens. Um, very, very minimal distortion. Um, very, very sharp, right? Anyways, so because my only experience with Tamron has been bad, despite the reviews, I was already looking at the Rokinon Samyang. The other reason I was already looking at the Rokinon Samyang is because it's cheaper, right? And in particular, I was looking at the Rokinon because my experience has been that Samyang seems to be, well, for whatever reason, it's more expensive, but it also seems to be the more artsy version between the two, where the image is a little bit softer. There's more character to it. There's a tint, all of that, right? I like the optical perfection, kind of clinical look because you could always add the artsy stuff in post, right? And I do product work as well, and you need like you need the crisp, sharp files for that. Um, so those are the main reasons why I went with the Rokinon one. Now I was aware there was a lens creep issue, but I didn't realize it would bug me as much as it did. So first, before I get to the solution, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to take you on this ride. I'm going to just confirm all the good things people say about the lens. Okay, the lens is heavy. That's true. The Tamron one is heavy too. It's a little bit lighter. I don't think your gimbal is going to notice the damn difference, right? The lens is heavy, but it's not like 100-pound friggin' dumbbell. You could deal with it, especially when you consider what this lens is capable of, right? 35 to 150 is an awesome focal range that replaces all my primes actually. And it's able to replace all my primes because the lens is so friggin' sharp. It's just as sharp as all my primes. So unless I will bring one or two as a backup, but I literally don't need any of those lenses for events anymore, really, because this lens has it covered. The only thing I would need again is my wide, the 60 millimeter, right? So this lens effectively replaces a whole host of primes because it's sharp enough to do it. The other thing, I love the colors that come out of this lens. It's very, very true to life. Um, that's exactly what I look for when I'm shooting. So love the color, the truest colors that I have out of all the lenses that I have to date. The autofocus is really fast and accurate. It doesn't hunt or anything in photo and video mode. Can't complain at all. And it's silent. You don't hear nothing, right? Completely silent. Um, and no aberrations or distortions and stuff to report. Just a great lens overall, right? Now, the lens creep issue, which is part of the reason some people go to Tamron, um, it bothered me more than I thought it would. But I didn't want to return the lens because the lens is just too friggin' good. Like the convenience of the 35 to 150 is it's totally worth it. So I said somebody have to come up with a solution for this. And someone did. And what he recommended was a 64 millimeter O-ring that you slide down to the bottom of the zoom ring, and that should keep it in place. And it did, unless you jumped or you run or whatever, which is if you're shooting weddings or events, it's very realistic you might end up running with your camera. And to have your focal length change just because you ran 2 meters is ridiculous. Or it wasn't sufficient. Let me just say that. So I needed a better solution. The other thing I was thinking too, I want to put this on a gimbal, and if I point the gimbal down and the focal range or the focal length change, that's a problem because that could throw the gimbal out of balance, which means the gimbal gonna go crazy and now I'm missing shots and all that. So can't have that happening. So I say how else I can make this thing not move. So I happen to have a lot of Velcro around. And hopefully you do too. Even if you don't, this fix is like less than $5. So to pay less than $5 to save yourself over $500 is gonna be worth it. So I connect two Velcro together so that it's long enough to go all the way around, strap that to the lens, kinda tight, and that was the perfect solution. This, if I put that lens, so I did do this actually, I put the lens face down with the camera on it at in between 85 and 100, and the thing did not move overnight. I jump with it, I run with it, all kind of thing. The focal lengths don't change when you strap it down sufficiently, and it's not going to damage the lens. So it's a semi-permanent solution that works well, doesn't damage the lens. So you can always remove it if you want lens creep again. So that being said, if you don't mind having a little piece of Velcro, right, attached to your lens to save yourself $500, this is the lens for you because the lens is, first of all, the focal range alone makes it intriguing, but when you take into consideration all the optical qualities of the lens, 100% worth it and 100% recommended. So that's all I have for you. That's what I came here to say. I hope that helps somebody. If you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. And I'm not going to say nothing until next time. That is it.